Sorry about that, folks. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, all right. That's what I want to talk about. It's my kind of topic too, man. Switch out the glasses. Mustard yellow glasses with the mustard yellow look. All right, shout out to the CIA. What's going on? Shout out to the CIA, One Love FBI. What's going on, you modern sexy savages? You bona fide bad beauties. You know how we do. Y'all digging the mustard yellow? And had to go ahead and throw on the Tokyo tortoise lenses to kind of go through there. See, it's on the contrast. This communicates something different than this. And guys, you should not be afraid to have a little color in your wardrobe. Even the yellow, amber color frames. And for all my dudes out there, the Omega Sci-Fi, you got the yellow and you got the purple lenses. See, it's all flavor, baby. It's all flavor. What I need you guys to do in the chat room is I need you to put them up loud and proud. If you are CIA, or if you're CIA, give me a 1. If you're FBI, give me a 2. You guys know how we roll over here. It is about becoming the best version of yourself and taking it to the next level. My videos are for mass consumption, but my live streams, I'm talking to guys that want to be at the top, the guys that want to be the winners, the guys that want to be the masters of the universe, those kind of things. Henry. Brad Henry, it's my white dude. Keith Henry, that's the brother. Ahmed Henry, that's our Middle Eastern brother. Lee Henry, that's our Asian brother. And Enrique Henry, that's our Hispanic brother. All of those guys are Henry, whether they're there, high earners not rich yet, whether they're there or they're in high school or college, getting their mind around that. That's the Henrys. All right, those are the guy Henrys. The women Henrys, the female Henrys, we're just gonna call them Phoebe, FBI, Phoebe. I thought about coming up with an acronym for different names for each one of the white girl, the black girl, the Asian girl, the Hispanic girl, the Middle Eastern girl. I haven't worked it out yet. So in the meantime, we're just gonna call her Phoebe Henry, FBI Henry. And understand something, that by nature, by virtue of being Henry, by nature, by virtue of wanting to be a winner, you put yourself in rarefied air. You already saying that you don't want to be average. Average is not what we do over here. Average is not what we do over here. Average is not even in our vocabulary. It's just not. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with saying that you want to be better. You want to be on top. That second place is the first loser kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, we got to get better with the whole concept of just being winners. Shout out to BGS Edmore. I heard the part of the stream he's got going on with this woman. And I'm gonna tell you, the woman that's on that panel will get not a lick of conversation in my regular world. She wouldn't. Now, understand something. Oh, my Greeks in the house, alphas in the house. Go ahead, do me a favor, guys. First thing we do over here is we go ahead and show that we are men of value, men of some worth, and we show that by paying in that like. You hit that like button. Hitting that like button is the minimum thing we can do. Because guys over here trying to become Henry, we're already on track to becoming the bag, bold, ambitious, and generous. And generous guys automatically come in. They don't come in empty-handed. Generous guys come in saying, hey, what's going on, man? I brought a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. I brought a Macallan 18. I brought some cigars. I bought this. I bought that. And hit the like button. We already do that. We already do that. We don't have to be told to be generous. It's just what we are. Understand something. There's been much has been said on these YouTube streets about leading with your wallet. Leading with your wallet has been a topic of conversation over the last at least 30, 60 days. How many people have seen that? David, Young D, what's up? David, what's going on? Sugar P, Sugar P, you're gonna love this one. Because I'm about to get into the women. I'm taking the women to task on Wednesday. Because like that woman on BGS's channel, there are a lot of fake pretend 92 women out there. There are a lot of women out there that say they want men like you guys, but they have no idea how to even get in our presence or to get us to look at them. I'm gonna tell you something right now, woman. If you're a woman out here listening to my channel, the difference between my channel and anybody else's channel is I got the kind of men you want. They come here. Whether they say a lot or don't say, this is the place they come because it's the one place on YouTube where you talk about image, style, business. We talk about success. Because, like I said on Instagram, I've been out in corporate America for 20 years. I don't hear anybody else talking about the stuff we talk about over here. LinkedIn and networking and actual, because most people honestly on YouTube, just different life.
I moved out my parents, as you know, and now I'm working on putting together an officer package to become a pilot. Keep up the good work.
That's what's up, D. Need to talk. And see, I don't want to dump on guys, but it's time for us, like-minded men, to stop diminishing yourselves. Look here, man. I'm proud of my career. I'm proud of my background. I'm proud of the fact that I was a winner. And here's the whole thing. Why do I say successful men should always lead with their wallet? I really don't understand why this is even a question. Let me tell you something. Henry knows his wallet and its worth. So first off, ladies, first, there you go, ladies. First off, ladies, I need to tell you something. Blake ain't gonna deal with you if he listens to me, because one of the first questions he's gonna ask you is who's your coach, who's your therapist, who you're working with. Because a man who knows who's worth something looks at a woman and sees what she invests in. See, if he has to go out here and become the best version and improve himself, you're going to have to do more than just be pretty. You're going to have gone to some sort of finishing school, some sort of femininity training, some sort of boot camp. See, too many of you women out there are trying to get by on your coochie and having your face beat to the gods. That ain't good enough for the guys over here. So when they start asking you questions, I don't care about you quick to throw out where you went to college at. I went to so-and-so and got my degree in economics or marketing. We don't care about that. Where are you investing in? Who's your coach? Who's your image consultant? Who's your style coach? Who are you learning from? And see, that's the majority, the real talk. The majority of you guys out there who say you want guys over here, you're too cheap to have them because you don't want to go spend the money. You'd rather sit online and get it for free. But when I see Nicole Michelle or Anna Bay or these kind of women having boot camps and classes, y'all's ass ain't going nowhere. You're staying in your house, pinching your pennies, because at the end of the day, far too many of you don't deserve what it is you say you want. I'm going to tear y'all up on Wednesday. I'm going to tear you up because here's the thing. You can't, once the information has been put out there, you can't act like you don't know. And once you admit that you need to do better, it's about results and outcomes. And trust me, if Blake Henry roll up on you and you ain't got nothing else to say to him except, look how pretty I am.
Persevering face, injured 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 face.
I need to do that. You roll up on Blake Henry and you just gonna just sit back on this pretty stuff, that's cool. But if you haven't actually done anything in your adult years on paper to say you improved, I'm telling my dudes to stay away from you because you're trying to hustle. I'm telling you, Wednesday, you better get a Xanax and a glass of Chardonnay and have your ass in the seats on Wednesday, Women's Wednesday, because it's time to get real. Because guess what, ladies? You got to improve too. Everybody was raised in the same mess, but it takes more than pretty.
What's up, Kevin?
Takes more than pretty, takes more than fit. And you look at where a woman spends her money, and that tells the story. That's why pimps make you pay a choosing fee. That's why a lot of high value guys will say, I don't deal with a woman who ain't gonna spend some money or break some bread, because ladies, you can do a lot, but where women, you're cheaper than men when it comes to spending money on somebody other than yourself. Wednesday, trust me, it'll change your life. He said beating their face, they call it getting their face beat to the gods when they get a real good makeup job done. All right, but anyway, today's day is about you guys. Understand something. Ladies, you know it's gonna be in love, but today we're gonna talk about it. Ladies, I need you to judge a man by his wallet. I'm assuming I'm talking to the kind and caliber of women. I'm talking to Phoebe, who wants to be Phoebe Henry. I need you to judge my boys by their wallet. How about that?
What's up, Kev, CIA, FBI? I hope you all had a great weekend and getting ready to kill it this upcoming week.
There you go. I need you to judge my boys by their wallet. I'm a cuss in this stream. Flip everybody else. I don't care what nobody else is talking about. My boys. Judge my boys. My CIA. I want you to judge my boys by their wallet. I don't care who else is talking what else. Over here, I want you to judge my boys by their wallet. Do you hear me, fellas? I'm telling Phoebe, I want her to judge you by your wallet. That means if your wallet's lacking, if your wallet ain't up to, if your wallet ain't where it need to be, you're gonna take that L because it's time to grow up. And over here, size matters. Size matters. How fat is your wallet? How fat is your wallet? See, the first screen I had up was this old dusted and busted wallet that was falling apart with a few dollars in it. Then I had this Tom Ford wallet that was real thin with the black cards in it. Great visual. Don't need it. I just need you to ask yourself a quick question. How fat's your wallet? Because over here, we're going to start with top 10. Because over here, we keep score. We keep score over here. You know who don't like to keep score? Losers. Just like the women who say, I don't think you should judge. I don't think it's good that you should judge women on a scale to 1 to 10. You know who says that? Ugly women. You know the guys who don't want to be judged on their wallet? Losers. Guys whose wallet's too thin. They don't want to be judged on it. You know guys who don't mind being judged on their wallet? Guys with a fat wallet. We keep score over here. So I want my boys to keep score with yourself and your friends. Because you're going to have to start drawing some lines around you, because if you call yourself being CIA on the way to being Blake Henry, you can't get over there with bums and losers and scarcity mindset dudes. You're going to have like-minded men. Pay attention. All right. If anybody has any question, you need to put it in Super Chat. Here's the link. That's what you put it in. That's the link for Super Chat. If you want to go ahead and hit me up via Cash App or PayPal, I'm going to put both of those links in the chat room. If you want to become a member of the Patreon, here it is also. All right. Who is this? Character can be worse than a wallet, though. Let me tell you something. You in my house. You're in the academy. This is CIA. This is the university. There's one teacher over here. You're a student, or you're in the audience. Listen to the presentation, but didn't nobody come hear you talk.
A man's job in nature is literally to secure resources. That's why men are physically and mentally built the way we are.
Mr. Peeps, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and be quiet. Because first off, I don't know you. So kindly, when I'm talking and teaching, you do better to listen and pay attention. All right, over here, we keep score. We keep score, we keep score. And like it or not, money is a measure. Don't delete him. Don't time out. I gave him a warning. That's good. Over here, money is a measure. See, in the real world, this is how this works. A man is judged by his wallet. It's how we keep score. There's a reason there's a BMW, a Bentley, a Mercedes, a Range Rover, a Hyundai, and a used car, and etc. We know these things. Money is a measure. Time to grow up. I'm going to say some things in this stream that may trigger some folks. Know where you are. Know where you are. Because money is a measure. Number 3, Your network is your net worth. Look at your network. Your network of contacts is also how much you are worth. See, a lot of dudes think because you make six figures, that don't you can make six figures, high six figures, and still not be worth a damn thing. Because you got a light wallet, because you don't have no network. I need you to have a network because it's part of your net worth. Another bullet point: lone wolves are synonymous with chaos and losers. Uh-oh. Let me say that again. Lone wolves are synonymous with chaos and losers. So how many of those guys think, oh, you know what? I don't need no network. I don't need any friends. I'm out here. I'm a
tuition. The number is the number. Your bank account is going to dictate what and how you live.
There you go. I'm a Sigma male. I'm marching to my own drum. Now you're a Sigma male. And a lot of times people use that lone wolf thing because they're antisocial assholes and difficult to deal with. And they've mythologized it to where it's a positive. Nope, it's not. Lone wolves are synonymous with chaos and losers. In a functioning society or town, you don't want to see wandering males coming through. They're not rooted to anything. I'm building the picture to understand why you lead with your wallet. And what is your wallet? It is your verifiable accomplishments, certifications that increase your billable worth, your cash, your credit, your property, your resources, anything you can deposit in a bank or is worth capital in a business world. That is your wallet. Do I need to say that again? What is your wallet? It is verifiable accomplishments that we all agree are worth something. You being a top Pokemon duelist may be an accomplishment, but it's not something that we care about. Verifiable accomplishments that we agree upon, certifications that increase your billable worth. You can be certified in underwater basket weaving, don't care. Does it increase your billable worth in the marketplace? Your cash, your credit, your property, your resources, anything you can deposit in the bank or is worth capital in a business world is your wallet. That's why men should lead with their wallet. Why? Because it's how the world knows what you're worth. You should lead with your wallet. Now, this is probably going to piss some people off. I don't care. Here are a lot of things that people say right around this time. You got to hide you need to hide that stuff or else you'll become a target. You know who thinks like that? Scarcity-minded wimps. You don't hide your stuff because you're afraid of becoming a target. You become better. Because if you're afraid of what a woman who sees you and sees all the stuff and they target you, you don't deserve to be in the game no way. Punk. Let me say it again. Punk, you don't deserve to be in the game no way. Punk. You don't deserve to be the head of a Fortune 100 company if you driving around in a Pinto because you're afraid some gold digger may target you as a mark. You don't deserve to be leading that organization. Punk. Say something. Say something and I will kick you smooth out of here. Raise your hand in the comment section, say something greasy, and I will take great pleasure in blocking you. Punk. Scarcity-minded wimp. Oh man, don't drive a BMW. Don't buy that or don't buy that. That's gonna make you a target. And then often use, Jeff Bezos and these guys don't wear their worth and da. Shut up. You don't know no rich people. You don't know no rich people. You don't hang around with no rich people. Shut up. Oh, that's just rewarding bad behavior. He's out here trying to peacock it, and you lead with your wallet and rewarding these women bad behavior. You get to pick any woman in your life, anybody in your life. So if you reward bad behavior, that's far down the line of the problem. You picked them. You picked everybody in your situation. Vet better. Punk. Don't worry about splitting the bill 50-50 with a woman. Don't go out with a woman that's all she gonna want you for is your money or your wallet. Well, your money, but she should judge you on your wallet. Blocking is a punk move. Well, let me go ahead and help you. You just got punked. Move out the way. This ain't a democracy. It's not a democracy over here. Understand.
On Founders Day and donating to new. A lot of different colors, but we're all in this thing together. Keep up the good work.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Understand what I'm trying to get you guys to understand before you start getting in your feelings. Oh, it's not fair being judged by your wallet. The white man, white supremacy. I was raised over here. I didn't go over there. Hey man, get out there and do. Look here, your wallet is your work. Life ain't fair. There's no crying in baseball. If you want to sit around and talk about something ain't fair, you don't deserve to be leading men, leading anything, because you're too emotional. Whoever said it's going to be fair? There's no crying in baseball. So, your wallet is your worth. All the things we just talked about and the things I'm about to talk about is your worth. And that's how you should lead. Now, here comes the hard part. Ready? Fuck your game. Fuck your mouthpiece. Fuck your dick game. Fuck your masculine energy. Fuck anything else you want to use as counterfeit currency. Fuck it all. Because the world don't care about any of that. You can't deposit none of that in the bank. You can't deposit. That is not worth a line of credit anywhere. It's not something you can use as.
Brother Samuel's hashtag show and prove hashtag don't let me outwork you hashtag CIA.
It ain't nothing that you can use out there to get anything done. I will say it again. Fuck your game. Fuck your mouthpiece. Fuck your dick game. Fuck your masculine energy. Fuck anything else that you want to use as counterfeit currency in your wallet. We don't use monopoly money in the real world. What is used is, in a capitalist society, verifiable accomplishments, certifications that increase your billable worth, cash, credit, property, resources, anything you deposit in the bank or is worth capital in the business world, that's part of your wallet. You know what else is part of your wallet? The intangibles. We're going to get to that. And I mean this. That's why I said it's time to grow up. I wish I would go into a meeting I had in Manhattan and hear somebody talk about masculine energy when you got a board of directors and millions of shareholders. Are you serious? You know why we talk about this shit? Because we ain't doing the other stuff. See, when you got a thick wallet, when you got a wallet full of accomplishments, certifications, cash, credit, property, resources, shit you can deposit in the bank, stuff you can use as capital out in the business world, masculine energy, dick size, game, and all the other kind of shit. That no other group of men talks like this. I've never heard that in at any chamber of commerce or anywhere where business is being done. And I'm tired of sitting back acting like, as men who are over age 25, we shouldn't be talking about this stuff. Well, I only got control of this panel, this platform. And over here, we keep score. We expect people to judge us by our wallet. That means judge us by our work. Your wallet is your work, and your wallet is your worth. Social capital. Are you on the must invite list at local business, political, charity, high society, or the like? Is your name on the must invite list? When they have an event, private event or whatever, is your name on the, gotta invite this person? This is gravitas. This is social standing. And this is a huge part of a man's wallet. And I'm gonna just say, sadly, so many BMs got none of this, no social capital. Because you're that lone wolf, Sigma male out there thinking you don't need a network. It's about to get tight. It's about to get real tight up in here. Social capital is huge. But see, social capital means you have social skills, social graces. You got to go out and know how to talk to people. You got to know how to deal with people that don't look like you. Notoriety. Who knows you? Mr. RJ, you feel me, RJ? Who knows you? And why should movers and shakers, power players, influencers, connectors walk across the room to meet you? F that event. Oh, okay. Well, you can go ahead and get him up out of here. F that event. Let me go ahead and help you out, partner. Bye. I don't need nobody around here to talk about F that event. You're in the wrong place. Go on elsewhere. Who knows you? Who knows you, and why should an established mover, shaker, influencer, power player, a connector, why should they stop talking to somebody they already know and is already in the club to come make your acquaintance? Don't nobody know you? You don't count. Again, screw everything. Go back to the F you list. F everything you thought was important. You don't nobody know you. F your 6, 7 figures if don't nobody know you. There are a lot of guys with money. They're worthless as the day is long. What's going on, Naima? If the people who make a move and shake, power players, influencers, connectors, those kind of people don't know you, you gotta, if you want to be at the top, if you want to be up here, you're gonna have to have some notoriety, some social standing, some gravitas. That means you got work to do. Don't say F it, say damn, I suck right here and I need to get out here. I need to do better. What about your reputation? Who can vouch for you? And are they somebody of note? Meaning, let's just say nobody knows you, but somebody like RJ can come in and be like, oh, who's that? Oh, you, and they speak a kind word about you, and then they invite you into the club. See, you need to have some notoriety, some social standing, a reputation, but you also need to have something where somebody can say something good about you, and make sure the people say something good about you, or somebody listens to. If the only people saying that you worth something are people outside the spot, it don't count. Yep. See, that just shows you that person can't take it. See, those kind of people don't like it when you're saying something and they're not good at it. See, when I'm talking about the sum total of their wallet, instead of just saying, I don't, they don't want to be judged by this stuff because their wallet's too thin. They don't have an abundance of this stuff. And instead of just saying, this stuff is important and realizing that this is how the world works, they'd rather sit back and say why it shouldn't count. That's why I said over here we keep score. The guys who have a problem with the way your score is being kept are losing. I didn't make the score. I didn't make the game. Didn't nobody even tell me about it. I had to go learn this on my own. I'm teaching you. Do what the fuck you want to with the lesson. Don't matter how you like it. FYF. F your feelings. That's what it means. It doesn't matter what you think about it. Ask yourself, what's the benefit of knowing or dealing with you?
Peace to the CIA. Thank you for the wisdom, Mr. Samuels.
No problem, fam. What is the benefit of knowing, or I said F, and what's the benefit of knowing or dealing with you? Why should somebody up here or already in risk opening their network or giving you access? These are questions you got to ask yourself. These last 5 are questions you got to ask yourself. The social capital question. Are you on the must invite list to any local businesses, political, charity, high society, anything like that? That's gravitas to social standing. If you got a question for me, put it in super chat. If you don't get put it in super chat, you ain't serious. Notoriety. Who knows you? And why should movers and shakers, power players, influencers, connectors walk across the room to meet you? And see, the thing is, if you don't have that kind of reputation, they're not going to stop doing what they're doing because they're more important than you. Oh, see, that's a problem. See, a lot of dudes don't like hearing that somebody is ranked higher than you. Some dude's more important than you. But yes, because in the world, we keep score. And this is all talking about where you rank. And see, when you're sitting in your house or your apartment by yourself, you don't have to worry about how you rank. That's why you don't go nowhere. Because a lot of times people don't go nowhere because they are low ranking. And they don't want to do what it takes to move up the ranks. That's cool. You ain't hurt nobody. And don't nobody really care. Trust me, the places I'm talking about and things that people go and do, they don't miss your presence. They don't even know you exist. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Reputation, who can vouch for you and are they of note? Benefits, what's the benefit of knowing or dealing with you? Why should anyone risk opening their network or giving you access? And last question, legacy. What do you want to leave when you're gone? See, when you talk about you want to be a builder, a mover, a shaker, one of these top 10% men, a master of the universe, all this stuff comes into consideration. And all this stuff is part of your wallet. The last 5 questions I asked were intangibles, but it is things that I definitely want Phoebe, FBI, women to judge you on. That's the stuff that you can't buy. You gotta work it and make it. It's part of it. The last 5 questions I just asked, then the other ones, your verifiable accomplishments that we all agree on, certifications that increase your billable worth, cash, credit, property, resources, anything you could deposit in the bank or is worth capital in the business world. So when we're sitting out here talking about how do I want to put this, 50-50 and this and that. I said this on Instagram. A guy said a woman should split the check. And I told him a new one. I was like, I don't care about a woman splitting a check. I got bigger fish to fry than whether or not she gonna put $100 in on this bill.
So how do you add value and increase your rep when you're coming up? What do you look for in a solid associate or friend?
How do you add value and increase your rep when you're coming up? You got to increase you. This is why you have to, the best investment you can make is in yourself. Who is your coach? Who is your life coach? Who is your business coach? Who are you paying several thousands of dollars to annually to teach you one-on-one? Ain't nobody gonna give it to you for free. And college ain't enough. Public education, college education ain't enough. There are hundreds of thousands of people graduating from these institutions every year. You need one-on-one teaching. Stop before you can build, before you can get, what do you look for in a solid associate or friend? Before you can look outside, you got to be worth a damn yourself. You got to make yourself a solid associate and a solid friend. You got to make yourself an asset before anybody else wants to open up. See, people up here already, they're surrounded by people who always want to come in and try to take from them, get on their network and everything else. You don't think that people up here realize that there are people who want to climb and get to know them and everything else? And the way you get to them is you don't go the traditional route. You don't go ask them for something. You add value to it and make their life easier. You give them something without asking. That's why so many guys will never be the bad, because they're not generous. It has a whole, you have to realize that life is about people. And far too many guys today suck at dealing with people. Especially, I'm gonna say this right now, especially young millennial guys. Generation X, we still grew up in a time where we had social graces and things like that. And just because you guys in millennial, that 24 to 37, grew up in a different time, the rules are still the same. The expectation is still there. More on that later. So Trav, that's how you do it. You book your image consult. Trav, this is how you do it. You get in there and break yourself. You go in here and book your time on the advice line. If it's personal advice or professional, you go do that. You're going to have to pay, because that's where life happens. And see, a lot of times guys don't want to hear that because it's not fair. One of the things I left out of here is I should not have to do it. Far too many guys feel like they should not have to do this stuff. I should not have to get a mentor or a coach. I should not have to spend money. I shouldn't have to do all this stuff. You know what that is? That's your mama. If you had a strong father, he'd have told you, ain't anything in this life that's worth having is worth working for and buying it. Pay full freight. But if you don't want to pay, you don't have to. Stay on the outside. Because I moved to Atlanta, and you guys have seen me moving and shake. I ain't been here a month, and I've already been invited to 3 private parties. I cannot wait till what happens in 2020. I'm making contacts and connections. I'm doing favors and I'm collecting favors. You think I'm going to teach you? Honestly, Trav, real talk. Do you think a guy as busy as I am would sit down and give you an hour or 2 hours of my time for a cup of coffee or lunch? No, you got to pay for that if you want it. And that's the real talk. And whether it's me or anybody, and especially for this, so many of these men, we don't want to pay. We want to use our mouthpiece, our game, and masculine energy and all these other kind of things. When I got a client that went over to Dan Pena's seminar and spent $21,000 to be with Dan Pena for 1 week. I got a guy that I was coaching. He spent $23,000 to be in Dan Pena's seminar. Came back and had to dropped out of coaching because it conflicted with what he had. There was a conflict of interest. You think that guy asked for a refund? No, he lumped. He's like, you know what? I love what you've done with me. I'm over here and I'm doing this. So I got to drop that. And I'm like, the way he went about it. Now I worked something out with him, but see the way the guy went about it, he realized that the money he'd invested with me, he got far greater the return than the money he'd ever spent with me. And that what he had invested in with Dan Pena was going to pay off dramatically. So this little money he had thousands of dollars he spent over here, it's a write-off. That's what I was trying to get young guy on Instagram to realize that, man, you worried about a woman splitting a check with you? Dude, if you really got a wallet, are you serious? I mean, I don't want to be rude. When leading with it. How you weed out opportunities when leading with it? Let me go back to the first thing. Somebody tell him, is that an abundance mentality or scarcity mentality question that he just asked? Skin Champagne just said, how do you weed out opportunities when leading with your wallet? Is that an abundance mentality or a scarcity mentality? Dan Pena be telling people, hold on. First off, we need to get your English better. We have to get this better. He said, Dan Pena be telling people to work ridiculously long hours, between 80 and 120 hours a week. See, if you don't expect to put in 70, 80, 90 hours a week, you ain't a top 10% man anyway. That's cool. You don't deserve to be up there. Do you know what CEOs and executives put in? See, I don't know. Some of you guys act like you expect to work 40 hours a week and make millions of dollars. Sound as crazy and delusional as some of these women talking about they expect to have a millionaire who can go to the PTA meetings. It's a scarcity mentality. Okay, you're a woman. Well, how do you weed out opportunities when leading with it? Well, Skin Champagne, understand. Let me say something. First off, a woman, this isn't for women. And here's a typical thing. And because you paid $2, I'm gonna go ahead and address this. It's not she says it's not scarcity, in my opinion. It's reality for me, or at least I consider myself generous and abundant. You need to go back and rewatch what I just said. And here's the thing. I don't care about your opinion. No one comes to your channel to hear your opinion. You paid to hear mine. And it is a scarcity mentality. And if you're leading with your wallet, there's some real wrong shit with you. Come on Wednesday. Have your butt front and center on Wednesday. Sounds like you need to be there. Women's Wednesday. How to evaluate a woman. Trust me. And bring a ball gag, because I don't want to hear your mouth. I want you to listen. Because if you already had it figured out, you wouldn't be on my channel. You're over here because you know this place is populated with the kind of men you say you want. Then don't come over here trying to tell us what is and what ain't. I ain't calling her strag. She just deluded. Let me go ahead and help you out. She can't help herself. So here we're gonna do. You need a timeout. She need a nap. Bless her heart. She needs somebody give her a sippy cup. She need a nap. Work 70 hours a week, then die from a heart attack. Okay, well then you go ahead and go. So let me go ahead and talk to all you guys. See, ladies, what I need you to do is I need you to find every man in here who's complaining about working, and just understand these are the kind of men that if you are truly an FBI woman, you need to not even talk to these guys. Successful men don't complain about working. There ain't enough hours in a day for a successful man to work. Successful men complain about having to sleep. Let me say that again. Successful men get pissed because they got to go to sleep. Abundance mentality men get pissed off because they got to go to sleep. Abundance mentality men have to be forced to take a vacation. Beta males want 40-hour work weeks and at least two weeks of vacation and an hour for lunch. Love you, beta males. Love them. Because I can guarantee you this, none of the guys in here complaining about working long hours are anywhere close to being successful. Nowhere close to it. Successful men don't even talk like that. Jay said, I was thinking about using Adderall. Happens anywhere. Well, let me go ahead and work smarter, not harder. You're right. So how I'm working smarter is I just blocked you. See how smart that was? I don't care what you think. See, that's smart. You give somebody an opportunity to adjust, but they still want to debate. Show them the door. Understand something. Who lives a higher quality of life? Poor people? Stressing about light bills, phone bills, dental bills, braces, paycheck to paycheck, or people putting in the work, employing other folks who have stress, but also have the support system and network to actually help moderate that? Is it less stressful to be poor or well off? See, when you start talking about leading with your wallet, automatically you start talking about keeping score. And when we keep score and we lie out the numbers, however you rank, however you put the numbers, there are always going to be men above the line of success and below the line of success. The men who complain are the men who want to be above the line of success, but they're below it. They want the line to be dropped. They're not reaching up. Now, here's the reality. If they don't like where I'm drawing the lines, all they got to do is look to their life and say, I'm successful. Regardless as to what this guy is saying, I'm successful, and people around me can see it at a glance. Strangers can come up to me and look and see by the way I move and carry myself, I'm successful. But the ones who get upset, it's easier to shoot the messenger than to deal with the message. That's why I said, I want FBI women to judge my boys, my CIA guys, the dudes that say they want to be in that top 20%. I want you to judge them on their wallets. And every guy who listens to me and is on this point, they get it. They know they're going to be judged by their wallet. Period. It's no different than saying, it would be no different than there's some guys who go to junior college, some guys who go to University of Phoenix, some people went to junior college, University of Phoenix, state school, Ivy League school, Ivy League. You take history or calculus in any of these places. Calculus at MIT is the same calculus as at Rose State Community College. But are we honestly trying to say that passing calculus at MIT and passing calculus at Rose State Community College has the same worth in the world? No, we know better. Is a degree from MIT, Harvard, or Yale, Princeton, Columbia, Brown, Dartmouth, or Stanford, Northwestern, are degrees from those colleges and universities intrinsically worth more or perceptually worth more than from the University of Iowa? Yes, you know it is. The starting salary for Ivy League graduates versus college, state college university graduates. If you track, see, this stuff has all been calculated. They keep these stats. If you want to get into, if you want to be partner in, why do you think Barack Obama went to Harvard Law and was the president of the law? He was, there is a path. How many of our presidents have come from Harvard or Yale? How many of our presidents in this country have been Ivy League? So this is why we got to start being honest. We have to start judging ourselves by our wallets. And part of your wallet is your money. Your money. Your money is part of your wallet, but so is your network. Your money and your network. If you got a lot of money and no network, you're vulnerable. If you got a huge network and no money, you're vulnerable. Not as vulnerable as the other way. Clarence Avant, the Black Godfather. I don't have problems. I have friends. This is one of the best and most impactful streams I think I've done, because we finally start talking about what really happens out in the world and not in this insular way it should be. This is what it is. Men should lead with their wallet. Why? Because if I see Joshua, or I see Joshua, you talking a lot, man. If I see Joshua, I see Cashmere, I see okay, well, all right, dude, chill out on the comments, dude. You're spamming. If I see a man out and about and he's a stranger to me, he needs to lead with his wallet. I need to know who you are and what you're about to determine whether or not we should talk to one another. Understand something. That's why you should lead with your wallet. You should lead with your wallet so people can know, and vice versa. And so you can know. How do you know if you're talking to somebody or dealing with somebody you shouldn't be wasting no time with? Not if you're out here on your purpose. There are people who you should not be interacting with or wasting time with. Don't be rude to them. Why are you going to sit there and have a talk politics? I don't say talk politics. What example do I want to use? Why are you going to talk corporate finance with the guy that's shining your shoes? I mean, he may know something about corporate finance, but unless he can actually put you in position to get a better outcome, okay, here's a question I want to answer. Are we concerned with how his wallet got fat? No. No. That's for the authorities. Are you kidding me? Do you know how the food that you eat got to your table? Do you know how the shirt that you're wearing right now actually was made? Do you know where the cotton was sourced? See, we try to put all these different things on stuff. You need to be worried about how you get your wallet. Stop worrying about, instead of worrying about somebody else's wallet, what about yours? Thank you, Michael. His wallet is not your concern, but his. See, the thing is, man, that's it. See, pocket watching, man, is pathological. And see, the thing is, your attention is split. If you're watching somebody else's pocket, that means you ain't paying attention to your own pocket. Joshua, I'm gonna have to go ahead and sit you in timeout, okay? You're doing a little much, partner. A shoe shine man could introduce you to someone that could help you out. What did I say? Unless he can introduce you to someone that's going to put you in position for a better outcome, it's pointless. But the reality is, he's not shining shoes for a living because he's in corporate finance. See, let's have this conversation. We got to start calling shit the way it is. Good is good, bad is bad. We don't want to offend anybody. We don't want to say this man is higher or this man is lower. We don't want to make distinctions. And that's not how the world works. This whole PC culture is making you shout out to Steely Dean Wills. They're making a lot of guys that they're a bunch of grass-eating lions. The fuck you doing talking corporate finance with a guy shining shoes? Why? You should be on your phone or reading the newspaper or taking a downtime while he's shining your shoes. Oh, but that's rude. I didn't say insult the man. I know the guy who shines my shoes well, and I actually shout his business out when I'm on Instagram. But he serves a purpose. Like I service my clients, he services me as his client. There you go. So I hope that all the soy boys and the pansies and the Super Fingerlings crew, I hope you come to the comment section and write how much of a capitalist and how this is so wrong and everybody's created equal and kumbaya. Please, even better, save me the time of blocking you. Understand something. Far too many guys today are too soft. You're emotionally soft. You're weak. You cannot get out here and compete in the man's world. And this is a big part of the reason why you limit yourself and limit your success, because you don't want to get out here and have to compete. You know, if you stay right here, no one will expect anything of you. That's how it's going to happen. You keep it down and say, oh, I don't want to, don't stick your head. I'll just stay right here. And that's fine. Those kind of guys, everybody can't be in charge, but understand something. Those kind of workers work until they die. Workers make rich people richer. That's it. You got to worry about what you got to worry about. Look here. How do you build the courage to compete? Go to the military. Go to the military or hire a coach that's going to put his foot square in your ass. How about that? That's the truth. Go to the military. We say go to the military. They'll make a man out of you, because if you don't have the courage to compete, I thank you for asking the question, Jay, but I want y'all just to think about what I said. The man does not have the courage to compete. You better be glad for greater men than you. Better be glad for greater men than you who have civilized the world in general, who are giving you a soft place to hide. Because if society, civilization, as we know it, crumbled and failed, you'd be dead. And see, that's the problem. So that's one of the whole hopes of MIT was to help men get men's boot camp, Boy Scouts, learn skills. Because far too many men have become women. And I got to say this, when a woman hears men talk about being afraid or lacking the courage to compete, he should be judged. Let's talk. This is why there is a biological imperative in women when they're around weaker men or men that they put in the beta role to why they're mean to them. They don't want your genes anywhere near their womb because it's bad for the species. Nothing I'm talking about is bad for you, making you judge yourself. Look in that mirror and then get yourself up to being a competent man who can be counted on to protect and lead something. Now, don't say things to try to insult people, hurt people, but I have to be honest. When I was in corporate America, it is blood sport out there running these companies and organizations. Turf, Orca, Sycamore, understand something. If you were in charge of a company with 20, 30, 40, 100 people, you got to assume with those employees, you got to multiply that by 3 or 4, and that's how many family members. Your decisions as a leader affect hundreds, thousands. People who work for you depend upon you as the leader to get it done, so they got someplace to come work. They expect it to work like clockwork. Lights gonna come on, computers gonna come on, supplies are gonna be there. They can do their job, and the paycheck's gonna be there first and 15th or whatever. So they can live pay. They expect that from you. That's why as the owner, you got to be the first one there and last one to leave. The higher up you go, the harder you work. You don't go on a golf course. Managers work for their employees. Owners work for their employees. Understand something, man. When I became a entry manager, I was the worst entry manager ever because I had it completely screwed up. I thought I got promoted. And I didn't realize that I had to work for my people. But I learned real quick that my success was dependent upon them. I had to manage 8 personalities, 8 different needs, and my manager. And we had to report our numbers every month to Wall Street. Pressure. And I loved it. You know why? Because I got a chance to show how fucking good I was. I got a chance to actually get down there and be a no limit. I got a chance to say, you know what? I will not let you beat me. I will win. I will find a way to win. Anyway. Tyrone Shepard, we have to work on maintaining good health as well as pursuing careers. We have to do both. A man lost his health. Look here, fan. You better believe some Tyrone Shepard. A man who has more money has better health. He's eating better quality food. He has access to better medicine, better care. The companies you work for actually take out live key man policies on you because you're more important. Poor people. When I was poor, we suffered from everything, including poor dental health. We got to get over this bullshit about you shouldn't work too hard. You got to work. I don't mean to insult you, Tyrone, but no, just no. It's not how men are supposed to be. Not how leaders are supposed to be. I shouldn't say men, leaders. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Ladies, Wednesday, understand something. Bring your big girl panties. I'm telling you right now, you better go get you a full bottle of Chardonnay, because you say you want the men that are over here stepping up to the challenge, the men who want to be judged by their wallets. You're saying you want these men. Guess what? I'm going to talk about how these men should be judging you. How you should judge whether or not you deal with a woman. How my boys, not every guy, my boys, how my boys should be judging whether or not they deal with a woman. Again, make sure I got all the questions answered. Okay. How do you deal with procrastination on your dream, Michael? How do you deal with procrastination on your dream? You need to tell people you respect what your dream is. If I were you, I'd tell people you respect your dream, and you need to become accountable to other people other than yourself. You need to let people know what your dream is, and then give them full permission to kick you dead in your ass when you start slacking. See, I have a gauntlet around me of people I respect enough to replace their opinion with my own, to substitute their opinion for my own. I got friends that can pull my coattails and say, "You fucking up." I also have a coach that I pay. I break bread and have somebody coach me. You got to be accountable. Okay. See, it's the very thing we don't want to do. We want to run away from accountability. But see, leaders got to be accountable. If you're a leader in business, you're accountable to your customers. You're accountable, especially a publicly traded company, you're accountable to your shareholders, your investors, your employees. But that's why you make more money. You make more money because you have more responsibility. Maybe the guy who's shining shoes, no more N-O. I think you meant K-N-O-W. Kind of wrong way to spell. Know more about corporate finance than that guy. All right. Well, the Vegan Talk Show, if you honestly think you are around these super educated corporate financiers who have decided to turn down a career making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to lead a John the Baptist life like shining shoes, kudos that you found that guy. The rest of us, in reality, don't even waste our fucking time processing something so dumb. That's stupid talk. And I gotta just say that's stupid talk. And that's just how politically correct and how weak we've become as men. We got to make it to where the shoe shine guy is fucking Gordon Gekko reincarnated. Are you kidding me?
I've led Marines, businesses, and churches. Leaders lead and eat what we kill. Keep preaching the truth.
There you go. We got to eat what you kill. All right. I don't want to say anything else because I can see this going off the rails quickly. Thank you guys. This will be available for the next 24 hours, and I'm taking it over to Patreon. All right. Till next time. Talk to you later. Peace.